Hello, everybody. Welcome to Spinner Rack Game of Thrones. Today, we're looking again at For the Throne. That's the title for the season. That's the theme for the season. You know, who is going to get the throne? So, before we talk a kind of a look at the Night King, today we're looking at someone who a lot of people think goes under the radar, and that is Varys. Yeah, Varys? Nah, a lot of people are saying there's no way he could do it. And you know, and that is probably the best perception. I kind of agree with you. But there's an interesting reason why he could possibly be in this whole mix. So let's go back to the beginning. Everybody knows he is the Masters of Whisperers for the realm. That's what he is, what he was, and probably that's what he is now for Dany. So what is the Master of Whispers? He's a spy master in essence. You know, he's the intelligence chief. You know, the head of the CIA, as we would have it here in the U.S., or MI6 if you're out in Britain. But he is the spy guy. So where did he come from? He came from Lys. It's in Essos. That's another continent. He's a foreigner. He's not originally from Westeros, which is another thing. And he was able to successfully rise from being a foreigner to becoming the head of the intelligence service for the Mad King, for Robert, for Joffrey, you know, and now he's basically in that same capacity for Dany. So that's a pretty interesting thing that we got to look at. I mean, when he was born a poor slave. He worked for a circus. We all know the story that he got his manhood cut from him by an evil wizard, a wizard that when he got enough power in Westeros, he was able to capture, bring him there, and he was able to dispatch him. Remember that famous scene in The Box? If anybody has seen the movie, the TV show, you know, with him with the wizard, and he's explaining what's happening, the story of how he got cut to Tyrion. It's absolutely hilarious. The actor who plays him does a fantastic job. But continuing on, I mean, he has immense talents. He was able to develop a network of child informers who told him what was going on when he was out there in the East, and he was able to come to Westeros, you know, because of that, and ate the Mad King. The question's always been, how much did he help the Mad King in terms of, you know, did he try to stop some of the crazy things that he was doing, or did he help to inflame it? So that's a question that's going to occur, and it may cost his life. But hey, the reason we're talking about this is, why is he possible and eligible for the throne? Well, here, let's look at this. He's a eunuch. We know he doesn't have his manhood, but does that make him bald? Is it something that he's inherited? Well, definitely as a eunuch, that doesn't equate. Could it have been inherited? It's possible. But here's another theory, and something that there have been a lot of hints at in the book, that he's actually of Targaryen descent. No, he's not Rhaegar's son. No, he's not the Mad King's son or anything. But he could be from a rebellious branch of the family called the Blackfyres, who were basically exiled to Essos after they lost their challenge to the throne. Or he can be just from another Targaryen who was out in the East and he was sowing his royal oats. But whatever it is, by keeping his haircut, we don't know who he is. And if you ever read The Hedge Knight, one of the main characters there, his name is Egg, which goes Aegon, is that he cut his hair so people wouldn't know that he was a Targaryen. So it kind of correlates a bit. So he could be he could definitely be of Targaryen blood, and if so, he could be a contender for the throne. But is he really? Nah, I don't think so. But just wanted to cover the base. I mean, he's an advisor, and he's basically said that's what he is. And when you look at like the last speech he had with Dany in season 7, where she's like, you know, I basically don't trust you because you work for all these different people, and she says, and if you ever cross me, I'm gonna get rid of you, you know. But we know what he says is that basically his main loyalties isn't to a king, but for the kingdom. So that's a great thing that we have, that he's very vested in the kingdom of the seven kingdoms. But again, is he really a candidate for the throne? I really don't think so. You know, at the end run is going to be someone who is charismatic, who can bring everyone together. And one of the things about him, the Masters of Whisper, is that he has been very divisive in a lot of things he's done. So there's no way I can see that he will be the, you know, sit on the throne. And I don't think he may. I'm not even sure he'll last through the season. But that's my thought. Hey, if you like this, we're going to be going through a couple more to see who could possibly sit on the throne. I mean, besides just the obvious people. But if you like this, you know, give a thumbs up, comment, like, subscribe. Spinner Rack out.